I was very pleased to have Katie Bourne, the Police and Crime Commissioner for Sussex, with me this afternoon. Talked through with her the results of the crime survey, which we're going to go and publish in detail during the course of next week. There are also two specific meetings, one about the town centre and one on Kilnwood Vale. Kilnwood Vale is a great community meeting held at Kilnwood Vale School with the police officer responsible for clamping down on what's been outrageous road behaviour around Kilnwood Vale, which frankly could have led to someone being killed the way it was being conducted. It's a good news story. I'm delighted that a really strong police reaction has clamped down on that. There have been no repetitions since the really bad incident that we saw on the 6th of January. So that is positive and the work is continuing. I know the community of Kilnwood Vale are very happy to see that that progress has been made. On the town centre, I took Katie round the town centre. It's great to have a nighttime economy in Horsham town. There are venues which continue after traditional licensing hours, and that is a good thing. It's a very concentrated area, which is also a very good thing from the point of view of policing. So I wanted to show Katie the area of the town, and we also went from there to have a meeting with Horsham District Council, with the District Commander and with representative of the licensees. Look, this is work in progress. There is a police plan. They are executing on that plan. I've seen for myself, up until the early hours, the resources that are available in Horsham. I've seen the determination of officers, uniformed and not, to make certain that we get after those who are responsible for causing a lot of concern in our communities. But one thing I would want to stress is that we continue to be, as an area, a very safe part of Sussex, which is a very safe part of the country. We've got to get after the problems that are happening, but recognise that those problems are specific, they're limited, and the police are determined to get on top of them. There are many thousands of young people in Horsham district between the ages of 10 and 22. I saw some of those young people when I was out with the police. They're delighted to see the police. They are keen to have a police presence, and they are thoroughly law-abiding. What we're talking about here is a small, very small number of individuals. The police are doing the work. They're getting the presence on our streets, and they're collecting the intelligence. We can help them by putting stuff through to the police through the proper reporting channels. Some of the stuff you'll read on social media, I'm afraid, isn't accurate. Well, I'm pleased isn't accurate. What matters is what goes through reporting. So there is a great ability for word to get out and for that to be inaccurate. We've got to be very careful that what we're picking up is the true picture and the right story. As part of our discussions with Katie, I had a chat with her in Peerage Place, and I posed to her some of the questions that came up during the course of the survey, including the presence of the police and including making certain that when people are picked up, they're arrested and they're dealt with appropriately through the criminal justice system. And this is what she had to say to my questions. I'm in Peerage Place in Horsham with Katie Bourne, the Police and Crime Commissioner for Sussex. Katie's here to talk about the concerns that we all have about incidents in the town centre. I think we've got to keep those incidents in perspective. The Horsham is a safe place, continues to be a very safe place, and the young people we have in Horsham are law-abiding, decent young people. I've been out through the night with the police, and the reception they get from the young people who are just out having a good time is extremely positive. They want to see the police on their streets, as do we all. But I've just conducted a survey. Over 1,000 residents took part, and there are clearly concerns, which is why Kate is here to hear about those concerns and also to make certain we've got action plans in place to deal with it. So, Katie, there is a police action plan in place at the moment to clamp down on activity in the town centre that we don't want to see. But what I do hear back from residents is they're not seeing enough of the police. They know they've got a job to do. It's an important job, but they want to see them visible in the town, particularly at night. I know you're recruiting a lot more police officers. They are coming to Horsham, and we are going to be seeing them.
Is that right?
Absolutely. I totally agree with the public, because police visibility builds confidence and trust. And if there's confidence and trust, then the police can get on and do their jobs. So I've just met with new PCSOs today, 3 of whom will be joining the Horsham branch as of Monday. And I also went to meet new recruits for police constable as well, and several of those are coming this way too. It's a key priority for me and the Chief Constable, visibility. And I'm really disappointed with what I've been hearing, because you're not alone. My postbag's also been full from residents who write to me to complain. So that's why I'm grateful for the invite today, and to see around as well and see some of the areas, and to really hold the police to account for this plan that they've put in place to make sure that this doesn't happen again.
We'll both be doing that. We're very keen to see it. I have to say, when I was out with the police, I did see numbers here in force. I did see resources. I did see backup available. I also saw an arrest. And just for you to confirm, Katie, if people are doing stuff they shouldn't be doing, arrests are going to happen, and we are going to see action. So it's one thing seeing the police, it's another thing seeing arrests and a clear message being sent that this is not acceptable.
I couldn't agree more, because if you send out a strong message that this behaviour is not acceptable, it soon gets around. We have plenty of vacant custody cells across Sussex that we can fill, so be under no illusions. What we don't want, though, is those young people that are causing the problems to give a bad name to everyone else. As you rightly said, the majority of our young people are great, they're law-abiding, they just want to have a good time. But for those that aren't, the message is very clear, this won't be tolerated. But I think you and I are going to be busy making sure that this doesn't happen again.
Yeah, we'll keep on top of it. I know the police are absolutely determined to do so, and I'm sure you'd agree that what members of the public can do is please keep the reports coming in.
Absolutely.
We've got to build an intelligence picture. We've got to make certain the police are onto this, but they need to know exactly who's involved so they can get after them. And for that, they need information from the general public.
Yes, please. The public still keep reporting. Not on social media channels, though. They have to report through the police website. There are proper channels for doing that, so that the police can then build an intelligence case. But also working with the businesses around here as well. So I'll be making sure that our business crime team reach out and engage with all the businesses so they feel safe and secure too.
Right, well, we're now going on to see the District Commander and see Horsham District Council and some representatives of local business, so we'll be taking it up with them. But thank you for being here. Thank you for looking around with us, and I know that you, like I and like others, will be keeping the pressure on the police, who, as I say, are very keen. They have their plan in place and they're determined to get on top of this. Thank you, Katie.
Pleasure.